Champions breeding champions. JEH Stallion Station with locations in Texas, Oklahoma, and New Mexico. America's premier quarter horse and thoroughbred breeding facilities. Reserved today for the 2011 season. www.jehstallionstation.com.
Join Heritage Place as they host their annual quarter horse yearling sale. Mark your calendar and plan to attend this 3-day auction. The industry's largest sale event will offer over 1,000 head of quarter horse yearlings from some of the breed's top sires. Don't miss your opportunity and be in Oklahoma City as the sale will begin at 10 a.m. Thursday, September 16th. We hope to see you here in Oklahoma City. Heritage Place, where champions are sold.
All-American weekend here at Ruidoso Downs has been a fabulous experience. The weather has been bright, as you can see, and the horse sale was up. And now it's time for the $2 million All-American Futurity. The big story, can Jackie Martin add a win in the Futurity to yesterday's victory in the All-American Derby? Here's what happened as called by Robert Fox.
They're running. Headed out for the lead, Prospect to the top with Miss Racy. Jess Dominion got away fast as well. Inside of that, we have Make Me Fly, then DM streaking through fire at the rail. Here comes JLS, Mr. Big Time. JLS, Mr. Big Time. Dominion far side, Mr. Pilato's coming on. Dominion, Mr. Pilato, Dominion, and JLS, Mr. Big Time. A three-way photo for the win.
In one of the closest All-Americans ever, long shot Mr. Piloto denies Jackie Martin his 8th All-American Futurity. Mr. Piloto was the slowest qualifier, but that fact becomes a footnote in the wake of his 22-1 upset victory. Winning jockey Esco Ramirez was surrounded by jubilant supporters on his way to the winner's circle. Esco Ramirez ran second in the All-American Futurity a few years ago. Now he gets his win. How does it feel?
The greatest thing ever happened to me, you know. I win a lot of races, but this is my happiest day I ever had, you know. One of my things I ever accomplished, and, you know, I took off from, you know, I couldn't win it with real straight hard. My horse wasn't really 100%. This horse, after I brought him in the trials, he was 100%, and thanks to God, and we accomplished what we want.
Where were you? We looked up, you were on the outside fence. What happened there?
You know, this horse, we know he's kind of green, and I know every time he was going to run, he was going to do better and better every time. Thanks, you know, appreciate it.
But as far as the race today went, you found yourself on a far outside. Tell me how it went.
You know, we broke good. You know, 3 jumps, I make the lead easy, and he started lagging out, and I just let him pick him out his ground and pick him up, you know, let him where he was. And he's still going outside, but, you know, he's still in front, easy. You know, the last 150 yards, I feel my horse never was quitting. I know he could quit a little bit because, you know, he got tired in the trial. And this time, thanks to God, you know, he never quit, you know, and we beat our good horses.
Were you in front all the way?
Yes, sir. We were. The one, and I couldn't see the other one. It was the 5, the 6. They were close to me, but, you know, I was trying the hardest I could.
So who does Esco Ramirez have to thank for this All-American?
Everybody, you know, my brother and Fernando, Carlito. You know, they called me, you know, to come and help them with these horses. These horses, they were green. We started from level 0. They went all the way to level 10. You know, all the horses, they're good horses. They're good breed. They bought them expensive, and thanks to God, you know, we accomplished what we want.
Hard work pays off for Esco Ramirez in the All-American. In an ironic twist, the dam of Mr. Piloto, Ms. Pilot Point, was bred by JLS Mr. Big Time's owner, John Swallow. The colt is by Mr. Jess Perry and sold at Heritage Place for $81,000, but under a different name. The listed owner is Garcia Bloodstock, but Tremor Enterprises is also involved. He's trained by 27-year-old Felipe Quintero. And here are the boxcar prizes. Mr. Piloto becomes the biggest long shot in All-American history, paying $2 more than Possum Jet's $44.60, which had stood since 1972. JLS Mr. Big Time completed a handsome $278 exacta, and the running time into a headwind was 21:55. And we'll be back to take a closer look at the race and talk to winning trainer Felipe Quintero right after this.
It was a very special race. He broke on top, and he was way out in front of him and kind of got lost out there, nothing running beside him, and he kind of started relaxing because he'd never been headed, and then all of a sudden his horse come up, and when we needed that extra little spurt, he got it. So I'd highly recommend Cow Density.
Hall of Fame jockey Jerry Nicodemus heads up the training team here at Double Eagle Training Center in Roswell, New Mexico. Double Eagle's state-of-the-art training facility features a half-mile oval and a 350-yard straightaway. Everything you're looking for at one location. Knowledge, skill, talent, plus $1 million facility. Our graduates have scored more than $1.5 million in winnings so far. Call Jerry today, 915-227-7550.
Back at the All-American with the presentation to the winning connections. Trainer Felipe Quintero has enjoyed stake success in California, but nothing like this. How does it sound, Felipe Quintero, winner of the All-American Futurity?
Oh my God, it sounds awesome. I mean, this is a dream come true. I've always dreamed of winning the All-American, and now I've done it.
You started going to the racetrack in California with your father.
Yeah, I started going to the racetrack at a really young age. Well, I mean, I was about 12 years old when we used to go all out to Los Al every night, and every night when there was racing, and I mean, I really like them. You know, I love horses, I love being around them, I love training them. That's my life.
Now, Mr. Piloto, you just took over his training not that long ago.
Right, I just took over his training right after the Rainbow Futurity trials. One of my friends, the owner of Garcia Bloodstock Group, he got a hold of me and he asked me if I can help him out because he knew I was bringing out a horse from California to run here.
Mm-hmm. And how is the horse better today than he was in the trials?
Well, I mean, the horse was doing really good. I mean, he was training really good. He was eating really good. I mean, everybody did a good job, starting from the groom to the gallop boy to the jockey. I mean, this was a teamwork, you know.
When you now you took him to Tularosa between the trials and the finals. In fact, you didn't bring him up here till today, right? That's kind of an unusual situation.
Yeah, we did exactly what we did with him. What we did in the trials, we put him in the. We trained him out at Horseman's Park in Tularosa. We drove him up here this morning, and I mean, he did really good. I mean, he looked good in the stall. You know, I mean, he wasn't acting rowdy or anything. I mean, he was calm and fresh, and that's how he came into the race.
Did it worry you when you saw him go toward the outside rail?
Yeah, it definitely did. I mean, it seemed like a lot of them didn't have a good start, so I mean that kind of helped out too. And I mean, we didn't have the best start either. He lugged out pretty bad. I mean, he was really close to that outside rail, but I mean, I think he got his job done.
He definitely got the job done, and you're, I think, the second youngest trainer ever to win the All-American.
Oh, feels great. Feels great.
Quintero says the colt will now head back to the trainer's base in Southern California. There was a disqualification in the race, plenty of trouble on the inside. Watch the four inside horses, and you see a push toward the rail that got all the way into JLS Mr. Big Time. As we continue, the four-horse prospect to the top continues inward, totally eliminating J.D. Baccarat and Miss Racy Jess. Meanwhile, on the far outside, Mr. Piloto's got his own racetrack out near the outside rail. On the inside, JLS Mr. Big Time is gained right toward the lead. He drifts out, making things a little tight toward the wire, but he was a nose behind Mr. Piloto on the far outside. Here's the order after the disqualification of prospect to the top. Mr. Piloto's nose was worth $715,000 more than JLS Mr. Big Time receives for second. Dominion picks up $137,500 for third, and note that Episode of Fire earns $50,000 despite the fact that she scratched from the finals. So Mr. Piloto rides the outside rail to victory and goes into the record books as the highest price winner in the All-American's 52-year history.
Buena Suerte Equine, New Mexico's oldest breeding farm, has been home to racing greats Go Man Go, EasyJet, Rocket Wrangler, and First Corona Call by Southern Corona, qualifier in this year's All-American Derby. Owned and operated by Racing Hall of Fame inductee and co-owner of the 2009 Kentucky Derby winner, Mind That Bird, Leonard Block. Call Doc at 575-623-9119 for more information.
You want excitement? New Mexico Racing is the place to be. Ruidoso Downs, the Downs at Albuquerque, Zia Park, Sunray Park, Sunland Park. Fast horses,
Big purses, hot slots. New Mexico Racing, we've got it all.